been binging his content since I bought his subscriber pack. By the way, I don't know if you guys are like summer yet, but like I now have like a fan. Mompreneur, you've missed out on amazing. Hopefully, I please hope that you showed up for the 6 p.m. show. If not, I'm gonna recap it. But we just witnessed history. Everyone in the 6 p.m. show just witnessed history because we just saw an upcoming director. We got to meet him. Please forgive me. I'm like snacking. I know it's rude, and please forgive me because I only snack throughout the day. I don't eat full meals. That's the entrepreneur life. It's just all time invested in the business, no matter what. So like, but oh my god, we'll do a recap tonight because I want to highlight. Hopefully, Winston shows up tonight because I forgot to subscribe to his TikTok account. I got all his other accounts, but I forgot to subscribe to his TikTok account, and I was like, so he DM'd me on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, DM me on TikTok because no one cares about Instagram personally." So I was like, "Bro, DM me on TikTok so I can promote your TikTok." That was the one social I didn't get, so it's not linked on his website. So be sure if you create a website, be sure to link all your social profiles across all the platforms correctly, or else because people will follow. Like once they find out about you, that's why I think Linktree is like one of the best type of like structures, more or less. Okay, cool. I think I am not fully set on right now. I'm just try. Forgive me. I'm just trying to make sure I got a YouTube audience. So like Sharon's only wants to watch on YouTube, so I want to make sure I've got everyone on all the platforms, so everyone's happy. Damon, good to see you. Damon, we witnessed history. Like, oh my god, forgive me. She's like, oh no, I missed another amazing. We're gonna recap. Don't worry, mompreneur. We're gonna recap. Don't worry. I'm gonna catch you all up. Hopefully, Winston gracious us with his blesses us with his presence tonight, so that we can subscribe. If you guys, any if you guys know Winston's TikTok handle, DM me. His TikTok handle is something the blessed. The blessed something. I went through the live stream. I went through all the archive. I was like trying to figure out. There he is. Winston. I subscribe to everything except your TikTok, so please forgive me. I'm gonna take 5 seconds. Everyone, take 5 seconds right now. Everyone's homework right now is to follow Winston. He's the blessing report. Take, don't worry about me. Take 5 seconds. The blessed report on TikTok. Take 5 seconds. Click on his profile image. Everyone, do this together. Click on his profile image. Click on the follow, and that's your only homework for the next 5 seconds. Don't worry about me. Take your time. I'll wait. I will wait because I was telling you, I was like Winston. I was like, I got all. We need to invite Winston if you're free to come on. Come on. You don't have to be on camera. Um, if you want to come on and get interviewed, like for sure, no worries. There's no pressure. But I got game over. Game over. Winston, pleasure to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you. I will say it's 1 a.m. in Atlanta, so I'm a little sorry.
No, you don't even have to be on camera. Don't worry. Like you're good. Wow. I feel like I'm meeting a celebrity kind of thing. Like, what in like I saw you. I've been binging all your work and stuff like that. So, how did you get into AI filmmaking? Like, um, what motivated you? I have so many. I have so many questions. Like, just share your journey with the audience. Really.
Oh, for sure. I will answer your questions. So I was a writer first, and so I wrote 2 books, and I thought that basically once you wrote a book, you will have an audience, and then basically I was a broke artist, and so I went into marketing since I was good with words, and then when AI came out like ChatGPT, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting, and so in 2003, 23, when Midjourney came out, all these ideas, I could see them visually. So I started making photos, and then all the video tools came out last summer. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to take all my scripts and all the trailers that I've been writing for like 10 years and just start making everything I wanted to make. So that's the story.
Wow. And what's your goals? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, what are your ambitions?
So I'll say short term goal is continue the crowdfunding and almost like the hybrid studio model. And then I would like to make traditional movies. I'm using AI because it's like cost efficient right now. But after that, I just want to make real movies like everyone else.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Um, Not gonna lie, you inspired everyone. You moved. I had goosebumps. Everyone in the community and my members all had goosebumps. I've shared what as much as I can, and I want to share more because, like your work, the way I've been binging your content and subscribed to your crowdfunding for the pilgrims, like you see the world different. You see how like your artistic creative like vision. I was looking at your commercial work as well too, and I was like, oh, there's so much more. There's so much more. Sharon's excited right now. Sharon is like, is that Wilson? Wilson talking and Winston talking? Yes. Sorry, I'm on live streaming on YouTube as well too, and it's gonna happen. You're gonna find your audience. If I can just inspire anything, is just post. Now you have your high quality work, take the
Yeah.
time, do your high quality work. But for me, on the marketing side, is you need a short term, consistent content schedule to bring in the attention for your long term work, so that you say, because it's just the way the algorithms work, kind of thing. Because you will find your audience, you will find um, people that love your work as soon as they see it. Yes, and it's just the short term stuff that I need to like expand you into, so that you show up consistently online, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and stuff like that, so that it can start driving attention towards your bigger projects, your bigger, because there's the whole thing of Kevin Kelly's 1,000 True Fans. Once you find
Yep.
your 1,000 True Fans that subscribe to your email list, game over. You can fund. You can whatever what honestly whatever you create, I will buy a ticket to. I will watch. I will game. Yes, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. I actually read that book too, so that's why I was trying to do the 1,000 True Fans. And it's actually very funny how excited you are. When I tell you, I like prayed for this because I know a lot of people don't see like business and ministry going hand in hand, but like the mission is basically making like non Bible movies. So like Lord of the Rings was written by Tolkien. C.S. Lewis wrote Narnia and stuff like that. So we're actually trying to get into like sci-fi and action adventure. There's no Christian comedies at all. And so, like in college, I used to be like a stand-up comedian, and so I really want to do like all the movies that basically faith-based doesn't touch. So we're going to do like one Bible movie a year, but our big goal is like non-Bible movies.
Cool. Yeah, like I am. What I've started binging into, playing with 11 Labs. I started creating science fiction audio stories about just random topics that I love. Because every night I listen to two channels, and all they do is once a day, the really good ones. Once a day, they publish a science fiction audiobook story. No visuals. It's just audiobook all through 11 Labs. And I was like, oh, I could do something like that. But I binge that every single day. And so even if you go out into other genres, like yes, that's keep creating. Honestly, like honestly, keep creating.
Oh, for sure. And I don't know if you had enough time, but I have the tutorials that are actually up. So, in your spare time, if you're like, hey, I actually want to do the filmmaking, I did like my entire breakdown.
I'm ADHD. I binged your first LinkedIn tutorial or LinkedIn video that you shared. Um, if I could share one thing, is you need to add a demo or a wow or a key piece to be like, here's amazing, that hooks their attention. Then you could go into the tutorial of like, here's how I made it, because I watched yours when you were talking about Perplexity and the shot list and all of the things on that you did on that first LinkedIn post, and I was like, this is great, but this is the after. I need to see like some scene or some piece to highlight, grab their attention for the first. It's literally you only have 3 seconds to grab the user's attention, and then from there, then you can move them into the tutorial. You can move them into the presentations, polished, real nice, but you just need a visual hook to grab their attention, and then from there you could go into tutorials and stuff. Because I was binging your tutorials, and I was like, I personally want to learn AI filmmaking from those tools and stuff. So yes.
Oh, for sure. So I will re-edit it and I'll put it in the beginning. I think that's one of the things. Like I'm just really good at like writing and film, like marketing. I'm not really there yet, and so I'll just be like, "Hey, here's a teaching tutorial," and then I won't have like the hook in the beginning, and I'll just do my process. So, thanks for the advice.
And I truly believe that you can make a lot of money in passive income from teaching an online community around how to use these tools, Midjourney, Runway, Kling, other tools like that. Because there's other people that may not be want to be filmmakers, that are digital marketers, that are people that are just trying to business owners trying to dabble in those tools, trying to make better visuals. So there's a huge demand that honestly that's going to provide the funding because I watched your I don't want to call it like trading the it was the
The
commercial
Q and A.
project for trading. I, that one I was like, oh, I was like the creativity 10 out of 10, but then the product and I was like, oh, but not nothing towards you. I was like, you're in the wrong category. You just need to move, and again it's going to come towards Kevin Kelly's 1000 True Fans. The more people that discover, and that's, I highly recommend YouTube because there's so much demand for Runway, Midjourney's a little saturated already, but Runway,
Okay.
Kling, and maybe some other. I think Runway, Kling are just enough, just those two, that there's low competition from a digital marketer. I'm like, you create 3 videos a week, tutorials that are maybe 5 to 8 minutes top, just showing cool. I always, the framework I teach my students is show them a demo, show them a magic trick, show them something inspiring, and then do the tutorial, then do the how to on the back end. That will funnel enough traffic, especially with a good thumbnail. You're good there. That you will drive it to like the AI communities provide low ticket monthly reoccurring revenue that allow you to have the freedom to not only pay the bills but also to then start doing things that which you want to create, to provide a team and so forth.
Oh, cool. And you're saying stick with the filmmaking. Don't do like the product showcasing. Then.
Yeah, I ADHD. I binged a lot of your work, and I see where you are. I see where, and I was like, just because on YouTube, if you do tutorials around Runway and Kling are the top two visual. Like right now, people are trying to figure out how to use those tools, not just for
Mm-hmm.
filmmaking. Like that's a very small niche, but people just trying to use those tools just professionally for digital marketers and so forth like that. You provide tutorials, funnels them into. I mean, honestly, your course could go. The way I started was $49 for my
Mm-hmm.
online community, and then every 50 members, I doubled the price because I'm always adding new lessons, new tutorials, new resources, so that they can. My niche is entrepreneurs that want to use AI skills, and so that that monthly recurring revenue, low ticket business model gives you the financial freedom to pay for your bills so that you can go explore creative opportunities from there, and then it scales where it doesn't matter if 1 or 50 people sign up for your community. It's only some courses plus Q&A throughout the week, like once a week Q&A, maybe twice a week Q&A, that's all. And you're seeing the need where, oh, that's a good question, let me create a little video on tutorial on how to use that one thing. But there's so much of a demand for just AI video. That's one of the most popular genre of topics that I post on my content. anytime I talk about Google VO2, Sora, Kling, any of those type of videos, I get a ton of organic views and traffic for that on my short. And that's where I want to say, yes, you have your long form, high quality work, but the only reason why you haven't been discovered yet is for the algorithm. You need to do. I'm going to give you Dr. AI's recommendation, the 3-in-1 rule. Post 3 times a day. Go live once a day. Just talk about what you're fascinated or interested about, and that will drive so much attention and traffic to your page, to your funnel. And you only have one I would call it one funnel, which is just sign up for your email list. That's all. Because from your email list, you'll promote your trailers, your movies, everything that you're doing on the back end. You will grow based on the size of your email list, and then try and get it into Beehive or because I signed up to just buyer's journey kind of thing. I signed up for the Stripe, and I was like, cool. Haven't got a confirmation email, and I was like, oh no, whatever. But
Okay.
if you use kit.com, KIT.com, you can immediately, when the user buys, it doesn't cost anything extra. It adds them to an email list, tags them, takes the payment through Stripe, and then automatically sends them some thank you message or some thank you kind of thing, especially with digital products kind of thing. So I think just that little change in your funnel will already start build your email list. Because I bought your thing, and I was like, fuck yeah, like I don't care, like that, like whatever I could do to support, because I want that type of content in my life. And what I don't want you to go towards is the Patreon business model. Avoid that like the plague. You have enough quality that you can just move into email list, kit.com, digital products, and then move into a community, and then all of that will fund your dream projects, whatever you want to create.
Oh, cool. Thanks so much for the help. Well, I say I have been trying to do this for like at least 2012. And so the technology making it accessible for all of us to do is actually very exciting.
And same like you. I've been trying to start a business since I was like 15 years old. And I even last year started the ChatGPT course, did some sales, but then flundered, and I was like always trying to. And now we're at a beautiful time with community platforms, which is Circle. Um, Honestly, if I can just simplify everything, and I harp this with a lot of my students too. I always drive content, 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 because and that's what you're seeing. For me, my output, I started the year with posting 3 times a day, 7 days a week. That got me my first 30 students, 30 new students every single month to my community. Then I doubled that. I did 6 posts of content and 2 live streams every single day. I'm now, this week is the first time I'm even pushing that even more to do 10 posts of content, and then 2 live streams a day. And all that does is more attention on my page that then converts into sales, like higher conversion. So that's where I'm like, I used to be against short form content and didn't understand the content game. And you see my stuff it's if I could share just the content strategy is I'll talk about news in AI. I'll talk about questions that my members put in the comments. I'll respond. Next, I'll do funny things like skits, which is just like play skits. I'll play character A versus character B, smart version versus dumb version, doing questions. And then lastly, I'll talk about topical news. That allows those 4 different types of format allow me to at least post my with today. Tomorrow's going to or next week's going to change. 10 pieces of content a week that is bringing more attention, just eyeballs. It's just eyeballs that you never know what thing you talk about or what thing may break off. All I'm doing is more reps to bring more attention. That some out of the reps, 1 out of 6 will get a ton of views, and then that brings more attention. That drives more. One link in the bio, and that one link in the bio just sells one thing, either a lead magnet or one product. That's all fundamentally.
Oh yeah, I think I found you from AI vibe coding, so like Lovable and like Cursor and stuff.
Beautiful. And you never know. You never know what it may be, because I treat short form content like fishing bait. What happens is the
Mm-hmm.
user will nibble on that content. The algorithm, this is a very small time in what I would say TikTok world, because TikTok is giving free distribution. So if you create content consistently for the machine, then the algorithm will go, oh, you're interested in vibe coding. You're interested in AI for entrepreneur. You're interested in AI tips for business or digital marketing. Then they will funnel them to my live, excuse me, and the sales are in the live streams. The sales are in the live streams. The more you go live, the more that you will, it's nurturing a relationship. It is showing up consistently. So me is always top of mind when people think of AI or
Yep.
marketing. Then you never know when. Then my sales cycle is usually less than 14 days. That people are like, oh, I watched your live. It's always the roast my business section that always is like, oh my god, you roasted my business. You in 10 minutes you changed my whole business model. Then they sign up for the community. It's always some segment you see here. This is just a visual hook because there's people that are scrolling right now on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, 9 to 5ers. I don't need. I got work tomorrow. I don't have to. I don't have a business. I'm just gonna go for cat videos, which totally I
Mm-hmm.
would be watching cat videos right as well too, and dog videos. But the ones that are like, wait a minute, roast my business, struggling with leads and sales, they will stop, sit in the back, and go, "What you guys talking about in here? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here?" And then they'll be like, they'll raise their hand, and now you're here.
Oh, for sure. And Sarah's right. It was definitely prayer also. And I don't know if you know this, there's a big film festival in AI this weekend by Runway. So they have Gen 48. And so Runway is going to give everyone, actually, if you sign up before 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, you can
Mm-hmm.
also play with it. So they're going to give everybody like free access to Runaway. And then you have 48 hours to make a movie. And they're going to have like stipulations. So they're going to be like, hey, you need to choose between 5 items. You have to put a red ribbon in your movie, and then it has to be set in like outer space. So all that stuff is not going to come out until um, 9 a.m. on Saturday Eastern Standard Time, where all the rules. But if you
Mm-hmm.
register, even if you don't actually submit a film, you'll be able to play with Runaway for free.
Wow, I'm also trying to manage both channels so this is why I also want to push you into news for this AI filmmaking whole thing, because this is there, like for me, like I just found out these type of contests exist, and I'm like, what are the rules, what are the regulation, and so that's why it's just another format of content that if you create short form content, very simple, if you watch my content, you'll get an idea
Yeah.
of how I create content. I'm like, Runway's coming out with a new AI contest. Check, here's the rules, and then you go into stuff like that. So people more attention go go towards your page. But stuff like this, yes, like this is that's why there is no one in my mind that is who is the AI filmmaking go to expert that I could go to, and that's why I want to move you into becoming that. That's going to fund attention to your work and to other stuff. It's just top of funnel news and stuff like that. So that, and you can use the same channel, use the same TikTok account, use the same Instagram account, so that all just funnels attention talking about AI filmmaking. Honestly.
Oh yeah, that's really smart. Like the guy who is like that guy, he's Dave Clark, but he does like Coca Cola. He does like the really big stuff. And so like having like a mid tier person is actually a good spot to hold.
Yeah, I mean, but think of Dave, and also the gentleman starts with the letter A that you also
Yeah.
mentioned too. They all just post their portfolio, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where I want to, because if I were to just like, because I never understood social media, and I was like, well, short form content, what is this whole thing? And I never understood. Now I understand the game, and the game is attention. And the more that you could talk about, and if you watch my content too, I tell a lot of people, copy my style, copy my content, copy what I do. If you can do what's also called, I don't know if you're comfortable with like on camera or not, but green screen camera where you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about news type of stuff, that performs really well. that's just
Oh yeah.
more attention to your page so that you become the go-to source, because subscription or people that follow and subscribe to your page are more valuable than emails. But they will eventually what's called be nurtured, because they'll binge your page basically like Netflix. And if you can go live, exactly what I'm doing. I've been covering AI video every now and then, but it's actually the most one of the most valuable topics that I get a ton of views. And I'm like, oh, I wish I did more AI video, but I don't because I'm slowly upskilling
Mm-hmm.
myself. Um, so that's where if you it's always the three in one. Post three times a day talking about what's going on in your industry, your thing, and also software updates, Runway, Midjourney, and then also Kling. And then second, go live. If I could say anything that would change your business and your life, go live once a day, 5 days a week. If you go seven, that's great. But same time, it's like a television show. People will
Mm-hmm.
tune in, they'll watch, they'll learn, and that will shorten your sales cycle to then email subscriptions and so much other things.
Oh, cool. Thanks for the tips.
I want you to be successful, Winston, because I want to watch your movies. Honestly, like I've watched a lot of other because I've been on this journey trying to document AI filmmaking and watch it evolve, and I've been dealing with a lot of it. The haters in my comments of like AI filmmaking, and I'm like, you don't know what's coming down the line. I was like, it's gonna take one person to figure out to take more time in creating and working with these tools to figure out the ideal workflow, and they will outproduce in quality what other Hollywood Netflix. I'm like, I will buy your stuff, full 100%. And I'm watching Sharon, and Sharon too was like, oh whatever. Sharon's like, ditto. I will watch. I will buy. And like, my community members are always, and for whatever reason, this week has all been AI video. Members in the community are trying to post or have been posting their work of what they're experimenting with video, but there's a lack of education right now.
Oh, that's really good to know. And I know you are a little skewed on this, but a lot of AI filmmakers, they're on LinkedIn and they're on X. So, the stuff that you're saying, like, hey, we just need someone who can like have the workflow and the story. A lot of the people that I see, because there's like a time constraint on Twitter, but on LinkedIn they just post it, and all your like next level advancements are on there. They're on YouTube too, but they don't hit my algorithm usually. I can't find them, so I usually find them on X and LinkedIn.
I'm behind on X. I need to add that to my buffer. I use buffer to like schedule the post, and I'm like, should I? Should I not? I'm like, I think this is the sign for me. I need to go all in on X. But you're 100% right. That's why I saw people like PJ and Tom likes robots, and I saw their work, and I was like, oh, this is a whole different side, and they're not on TikTok. They're not on Instagram. They're on X, and yeah.
Yeah, I think if because a lot of people are like filmmakers, they're not really like content creators, so I think it's a different skill set. And so there's like, hey, I'm just going to do like one or two platforms, and so trying to remember all the platforms to repost is a little difficult. And I forgot who said it, but that's what they said about social media. They're like, certain people are content creators and certain people are actually like filmmakers, but they're posting their stuff on YouTube. And so if you play the content game and you're not a content creator and you're a filmmaker, it's actually much harder on you because you don't operate like a content creator, like Christopher Nolan or Steven Spielberg. They're making like one movie like every 5 years. They get to chill out.
You're right, because that's it, yeah. It's that's why I'm like, don't sacrifice quality. Don't take your time on creating your workflow for your work and stuff like that. And I've learned more as the creator, the influencer type style, where it's volume, it's topics, it's trying to get as much as attention. It's just output, 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 and also on multiple platforms. But that sacrifices all quality. There is no quality into the work that I do, but is playing a numbers game. So 100% stay in your lane, do what you do, and yeah, honestly, keep doing what you're doing. Honestly,
Oh, awesome. I'll stay in the mix. It's 1:30 here, so I'm going to get to bed.
You've been a blessing today. I shared your stuff in the community and also other posts. Wait, I also let me just take a screenshot just for myself. Okay, cool. So to make sure I follow you because TikTok was the only profile. I was like, I forgot to follow his TikTok, and I was like, oh no.
Oh yeah, I know I make it a little difficult, but if you do Glory House Studios on everything, I'm on every platform that way.
Perfect, perfect. That makes it so easy because you have been amazing to, especially my whole AI community and audience. Like that's you brought inspiration. You brought a whole another movement. You also just pushed the boundaries. You raised the bar. I've seen a lot of AI content across even and Dave and PJ. I put you above Dave and PJ in which you're working. So if anything I could do is just I'm continuing following. If I could continue to support, like you're doing everything right, Winston. The time will come. God is sending you the right audience. It just takes time, but they are on their way for you to be discovered. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, yo, thank you so much for encouragement. I will say, I think the timing is pretty divine. I did wake up very discouraged today. I was like, Lord, I can't figure this out. It feels like this stuff is not working. And so just encountering you and like having faith. I don't know if you know the scripture, but it's Matthew 5. It says, he who shows mercy, he will also obtain mercy. Like blessed and merciful, for you shall obtain mercy. And so I've been really holding that, like, Lord, like your blessings are gonna come and like stuff like that. So I was like really encouraged just seeing how excited you got because I actually met a girl in Atlanta almost the same way. She found my stuff on YouTube, like I was volunteering, and she was like, "Wait, I know you from somewhere," and she saw all the movies and like the odds were very low for that to happen. And so it's working, but when you're working like kind of like alone or on a small team and like stuff isn't at the same time that you need it to be, you're like, this is not working. But seeing like people get like really excited about what we're working on, it's actually very encouraging.
Yeah, it's for me learning to build a community. My biggest job now is mostly playing matchmaker behind the scenes. I'm like, oh, you do this, and this is your skills, and this is your goals. I play matchmaker behind the scenes, and now I don't know if it's like my own kind of like insight, but I'm like, I see what God does. He's playing matchmaker. He's like, you need to connect with this person. It's gonna take maybe a week or a month to get them to in the right room for you guys to connect. But he is moving people. He is moving you in the right direction, and that's where I was like, oh, I see this now. And I was like, and that's just the same thing as like, I was like, Lord, send me the people that you want me to serve. Send me the people that you find that are struggling, and I would do everything that I can to give them every wisdom, every tip, every secret to serve. I am of service when it comes to AI and this opportunity because I am here to serve, and here we are to connect with many other members in the community as well too.
Oh, awesome. Amen. I like meeting a lot of believers. It's very encouraging.
You're in the right tribe. You're in the right family. You're doing everything right. God's listening to you, and yes, it will happen. Keep doing what you're doing. Like you have such a craft and such a gift, and it is going to move. Like your work will inspire many, truly. And I'm
Oh,
blessed to
amen.
meet you.
Thanks. Glory be to God.
Amazing. So, get some sleep, rest well. Definitely
Cool.
invite you back on. And I forward your stuff to all the community members. But Winston, you're a blessing to everyone. So we're all everyone. Sharon right now is Sharon's like definitely raise the bar. More blessings are on the way. Divine intervention, and Sharon's like blessings for you both. So we have a lot of community members that we're gonna send a lot of love your way.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Definitely. Have a blessed night, Winston. Have a good night. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Winston. Finally, I got his TikTok. I was like, oh my god, I saved everything else. I saved his Instagram, I saved his LinkedIn, I saved his website, I put it in the community, and I was like, where is his TikTok? And I was like, oh my god, I forgot to save his TikTok. So, amazing. Like, I'll I'll say this. I said this a couple streams ago, and I was like, AI has changed my life. AI has so much blessings, has so much opportunity that brings so much that I'm happy to pursue this path to continue to share updates in AI to inspire others, but also more importantly, what I feel my role is to train and upskill people so they don't fall behind, so that you can use these tools. And probably the best comment that I got in the community is like, "Oh, we find things so easy." Because of Notion or custom GPTs and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh, chat GPTs are very easy," or "Chat GPT or custom GPTs are very easy," or eventually Notion. So I'm like, "Awesome! I'm doing my job just to upskill yourself." But then when you go on into the world, like Clavette, I'm so proud of Clavette too. Clavette, I've been working with her since I started AI. We both a lot of both Clavette and Liam and another gentleman you haven't met, Brian Hill, who does fashion. We all met in Liam's AI community because we all got inspired by Liam's content. And then we met in his community. I was just posting content, same thing, and then from there we connect. We all started in the same space, and a lot of the thing that a lot of entrepreneurs, especially when they go into AI world, they have imposter syndrome. They're like, "Oh, I don't know if I could do make.com or chatbots or any of their things." But I look at them and I'm like, "You're building amazing things." Natalie's like, "Oh my god, I'm part of Liam's community." We all started there. I there's Joseph in the community. If you look, I may be because a lot of people are like, one, what are we talking about? But also two, I'm a little competitive because I'm kind of curious. Leah, if we do YouTube, actually, if I go to school, it's probably the only one of many schools or one of a few schools. This is Liam. By the way, if you haven't watched, probably this way would be the best way. If you haven't followed Liam Otley, he was the one that really inspired a lot of us in the community to get started. So his free community, let me go to 1Password really quick and log in. We all started in Liam's community. I have probably close to 10 people that I'm really close with when it comes to AI till this day that we all met from Liam's community. The early days before when he used to have like 50,000 members back in the day. Maybe I'm a little competitive. Maybe let me see. Oh, come on, really? I'm still top 10. Like, come on. By the way, fun fact: Yvonne is a bot. Inside joke: Yvonne is a bot. She's not real. By the way, there's no way humanly possible to have that many comments and stuff. She doesn't exist. So if you've been interacting with Yvonne, she's actually a grok bot. That's actually a fun fact. I went deep and I was like, wait a minute, you're not real. I was like, I went out deep and stuff. But Joseph, Josh in the community, who's I've been coaching for AI automation. Joseph, who's done the Go High Level community, he came from Liam's. There's Brian Hill, who you haven't met yet. He's in the fashion space, so I still talk with to this day, kind of thing. And so there's probably 10 people that I still talk to from the AI automation agency that we all started at the same time in January, as far as, hey, AI is a thing, we need to start. And then I was like, what is school? And then I started the journey. And so we all started at the same time, like full, like, which is actually kind of funny. Like, I'm still top 10. Sophina is actually another person. I need to reach out to her to get her into the community. But those were the relationships that I built, I shared, and then moved in. And then I started just going all in on the other side, where I just moved into TikTok. I started doing content. So we all started at ground zero, at the same level. A lot of people went into the automation space, automations and chatbots and voice agents and stuff like that. I saw the need in the market was more towards education. So I was like, I'm gonna go all in on low ticket education and courses, and that was my path. And so I started. I even started to. Clavette knows she's not on the live stream, but Clavette, who you met on today's office hours, Clavette was one of she's like, wait, you had 10K like a second ago, what happened? Oh, I'm grow I started the year with 150 followers. January 23rd ish, I started with around 150 followers. That's why Alberto, who does driving school, he came in today, the 6 p.m. show. He's like, dude, I'm amazed at your growth. I'm amazed that you're growing. And it's because I tell people my secrets. I moved from last week was the 6-1, 6-2, which is posting 6 pieces of content. I'm on average 5 days a week, like maybe 5 days a week. I'll show you my receipts kind of thing. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not like, I have days that I miss, like when I use Buffer, for example, so you can see like the entire month schedule, which let's see. Yeah. So you can see like, April 1st, I did 17, 15 posts. That's roughly 6 posts a day. Then I do 6 posts a day, 3 days a week. And then I did 6 posts a day, 4 days a week. But now I'm on a tear where I'm doing 10 to 12 posts. I'm now at 4 days. And so now I'm just moving there. But that's why Alfredo was like, dude, your TikTok growth is insane. This is just TikTok. We're not counting Instagram, and we're also not counting YouTube. I check my analytics twice a day, like the stock market. Like, I'm so like analytical. I don't pay attention to the news. I don't pay attention to anything other than my content and my growth and what's working. And so I'm averaging now, I average about 1,000 followers every 2 days. So I'm basically, it's 500 new followers a day is what I'm averaging now. And that's because, let me break it down too. And yes, there's even fake accounts as well too. There's now, I think 3 or 4, I think there's now 4 fake accounts that are trying to copy or rip all my stuff. My website will always be Simple Tech Skills. Always, no matter what. That will always be my domain. And so, very interesting. And then if you look at the content, there's different formats, because as I learn more about the content game, because Winston brought up a very good topic, because there's artists and there's content creators. An artist is what Winston is, where it may take him 2 months to create a trailer, for example, and beautiful work. But then there's content creators, and content creators, it's a numbers and volume game. And I may have, I think, this video that will kind of solidify it. I start saving videos to kind of share you guys. Oh yeah, watch this. If it loads. Oops. Hold on. Favorites. Bear with me. Oh no, favorites. Right here.
This is probably going to lose half the audience. But if you have a business that's doing, call it like $3 million in EBITDA or profit, right?
Not that one. Let me see if I'm pretty sure I saved it too. Okay, maybe this one. Hold on, bear with me. Okay, yeah, this one right here.
And so people were like, hey man, we make 450 pieces of content a week. And so people were like, hey man, I've been making content for 90 days. And that would already put them in the top, 1%, because everyone gives up. But if you actually made a post every day for 90 days, I'd be like, it's amazing, that's 90 posts. I do that in 2 days. But they get there and they're like, but I'm not Mr. Beast yet. People think that someone else is doing 2 times or 3 times as much, but it's more often that they've done 1,000 times or like 10,000 times the amount of work that they have. And this is why, I think the vast majority of people dramatically underestimate how much volume it is.
Yes.
We make 450.
So much so, let me show you a Mr. Beast. It's Indian post. I think it is. Hopefully, if I hear, yeah, this video. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this video. Okay, hold on. Volume. Here. Play. Bear with me. Internet. I'm just trying to expand your thinking because this stuff reshaped my paradigm. Let me refresh it because my internet is slow. Okay, cool. Play. Bear with me. It's going to be worth it. Not, I will get it from Instagram if I have to. What? Trust. I have to show that video. Mr. Beast, Bollywood, content. Yeah.
How the hell did you guys get 30 million followers? You post 100 times a day?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I told you.
How do you do that?
They have a team, they have a huge team.
We have a big paparazzi content, being created here every day.
But
So,
I would be terrified to post that much. Like, how did you even figure out that posting 100 times a day works?
Facebook told us.
Oh, really?
They said it doesn't matter. You can post like 10 pieces of content every hour.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
As long as it's good content, it'll just serve it to the people.
You know how
who want
many
it.
impressions we get every month?
Oh, probably 3 billion. What?
More. I'll show you now. But
Yeah, let me see. Pull up the analytics. I would love to see that.
Zoom here.
The second bar.
I was posting the content. I'll post it on.
Those drafts. He probably has 10 trillion of them. How the hell did you guys get 30 million followers? You post 100 times a day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those two videos reshape my paradigm on how I look at I'm a content creator. I really hate to say that sentence right now, but I now understand the content game. I didn't understand it last year, and that's why it's different than Winston's strategy, but that's why I always am trying to double the output of what I'm doing because it's insane the intention. On analytics, I'm getting roughly 29,000 impressions a day. I'll show you receipts actually. Actually, don't believe me. This is just, let me show you the analytics because I am like Mr. Beast. You have to be like methodical, like you have to you honestly have to check like your analytics more than you breathe, if that makes kind of sense. Like, so within the last let's take 60 days, let's just take viewers so on average I get 22,000 impressions a day on my page. That means 22,000 people who have never seen me or heard my name before suddenly found my page, and that's every day for the last at least week since I've been pumping out 10 pieces of content. So it's all a numbers game, the way the content game works. So that's 22, 25, 29, whatever. And then followers, if you look, I'm netting 9K. So it roughly average, that's 7 days. Let's just do 60 days. And you can see is how it's like not consistent. It's like some days I catch viral topics. Hey, Erica, good to see you. So you can see how some, like, there's my average. But then if I talk about something topical, it could be like, say, for example, DeepSeek. For example, DeepSeek was, when it was at its heyday, spike. So you catch these trends. And when you can trend hack, when you can talk about something that is topical, then you explode the growth. All it is impressions. It's impressions for the views of your channel. And then if we look at, for example, because I look at this every day, almost 3 times a day. It's almost like the stock market. I don't gamble on the stock market, but I check my analytics, my performance. And then if we look at followers here, and then do this over whatever 60 days, you can see
see the little like finger bump right there? Average. This is posting 6 times a day, 6 times a day, 6 times a day. You can see the growth, and then here's a little finger push up. That's when I went from 6 times a day to 10 times a day. So it has an immediate, and let's correlate that on the other side of what that happens. On average, I get about 100 impressions to my sales page for my website without me having to go live. And then on the other side of that is opportunity, meaning that someone in the comments, and this is a new principle that I'm learning, you never know who's in the comments. That has ever discovered your content before. Take Winston, for example. Another one was this podcast. Turns out I had to turn them down because they were just like not consistent kind of thing. But you never know who's in your audience. And so that's a whole nother thing. So I'm playing the content creator side, where for the content creator side, it's volume. And what you think is what volume is actually probably 10 times more of that to get. I'm just trying to accelerate the success, meaning if I post more content, I get more impressions, I get more conversions, I will reach my success metric, meaning income goal or whatever, subscriber goal or whatever it is you're looking for, faster, because I just have to double down on the content game. Derek's like, are you posting live or posting 10 times a day and commenting? Both. I'm on the 10 and 2 schedule, posting 10 times a day, 5 days a week, and then going live twice a day, every day, 7 days a week. Are you editing the lives and turning them into posts? No. I personally don't think, like, I don't believe in, personally, just my own bias, my own thing. I don't believe in repurposing content. Repurposing content from other things do not convert. It has to be native to the platform. I cannot take YouTube content and repurpose it for TikTok. Does not work. These are really good questions too for a lot of other people. And this is just my own personal opinion too. I've never found that if I do a TikTok or let's call it just a vertical video dedicated to really well with a good hook, that will always outperform. But it's also, when I say outperform, you also have to understand I'm putting up more reps. So in one day, I put up 10 videos, and not all those videos will hit. It's also a numbers game too. That's why too. So if I go to my TikTok, I'm playing the statistics game. So I posted, for example, that piece of content, all of these pieces of content today, and all of these pieces of content today. Out of all of them, one video out of my 10 made 8,000 views. The second best performing was this one that did 2,000 views. And then I have an average of like some others that did 1,000 views. But 1 out of my 10, for whatever I talk, it's always DeepSeek too, by the way, if you ever. But here's the other thing too. You will notice that certain keywords or topics that you cover will get more views. I went from 110 views to 1,000 subscribers when I jumped on early on the DeepSeek topic. That's what basically got me like my first 1,000 subscribers. I caught a trend, which was DeepSeek, and then that got me my first 1,000 subscribers. Are you producing bulk content then distribute? I'm kind of psycho. Every day, when I wake up, I do two things. One, I set my alarms for all my let's ignore that. After I do my daily admin stuff, let's put it that way, like check the email, check the comments, like in community, and I'm like, okay, nothing's urgent. The first big task that I do is I dedicate an hour and a half to creating content. Nothing else matters in my life except that hour and a half, and I set a timer. No more, no less. That hour and a half, I do nothing but create content. And when I create content, I create I have 4 different flavors of content that I create now. Could be news, which is green screens, which we're going to have in the course now that I've kind of mastered that, which is really valuable. I could do skits. I can do top of mind, like here's topical AI updates basically, and then I could do questions and answers. So each of those flavors of content, to produce any one of those content takes me no more than 7 minutes from idea to post. like no more than 7 minutes. I do not allow a piece of content to take more than 10 minutes to create. If it takes more than 10 minutes to create a 30-second-ish form of video, you're overthinking either the idea or your process in how you actually execute it. That's why if you guys watch the social media course, I still follow that same format to this day. It's still record and edit inside the TikTok app. If I don't like a take, I immediately delete. And every take, I do like 4 takes, and I'm like, nah, I don't like that. Delete. I could do better. I can make it shorter. I can make it catchier. And so, do use custom GV. It's actually it's all in the course, honestly. When I teach you guys to actually funnel hack from your competitors and save your topical ideas into a tick list, that's what I do. Like to this day, I follow it. Go through the social media course. I follow the same exact process. I save my content anytime I'm bored swiping and I find something topical. These are just topical things. I'm just bored. I'm just bored just swiping in the morning, swiping in the evening. I don't do a numbers game, but I'm like, oh, this is AI related. I take this and then I go, oh, he's talking. This was actually a great video. This was, oh, Photoshop is dead, and he's talking about how Photoshop just got replaced. So what did I do? I'll show you the exact video I did today, which was I did my own take, which is, and this one actually did really well. Right here, I remade my own video. Photoshop is dead. Photoshop is dead. 14,000 views on that one video, and that was posted this morning at 10 a.m. ish, give or take. So I follow the same, like the course in the community is the same routine I do. Like it's the same thing. And so you don't know what will take off too. But that's why I'm like, oh, this guy talked about Photoshop being dead. Let me just go here. And this video got more than 10,000 views. Like, great, I'm going to create something similar. And then I always try and focus on my hook. Like, what is a really good hook that will your hook is no more than 2 seconds. No more, no less. That 2 seconds is all you have to get the user to stop scrolling. If it's not good, I'm like, ChatGPT just erased, or ChatGPT just destroyed all graphic designers' jobs, or this one AI bot just took away all social media managers' jobs. Or like, if you binge my content, I highly recommend watch my content, and you'll notice the same like 3-second hook. It doesn't go more than that. You'll see my style. It's very standard. It's type for that type of stuff. And then I follow all my competitors. I follow all my competitors. The algorithm feeds me new content on AI, and now I just take it and I set myself a time limit. I'm like, okay, I have to in 5 minutes figure out a hook, figure out something topical. Let's recreate it. You'll see my same style. Whatever you could do bare bones, like don't go editing. Like the editing is very basic. Like I'll if I don't like it, I retake a lot of my videos. Like if I don't like the take, I'll delete and then try again. So every video that I take probably has about 7 tries per segment. And if you notice, interesting, now I'm kind of experimenting. None of my videos have a call to action. I'm not saying follow. I'm not saying like. I'm not saying subscribe. I'm not saying sign up for the community. I'm doing something different because I learned there's another video. I can't find it. Alex Hormozi says, don't sell on short form pieces of content, meaning it's short form piece of content. It feels really icky if at the very end you're like, buy my course, sign up for my community, subscribe or whatever. People know that's the end of the video, so they're like, swipe. So I end on the value, which is super interesting. And then I'm trying to end on questions now because I want more user engagement. So I'm trying to like pitch more questions in the comments. So I'm like, comment what you think or whatever. And so I'm always testing. I'm always experimenting, testing. I understand now a lot more about the content game, but I'm always trying to drive more. Like for me, like tomorrow, I have no content planned, none. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I have an hour and a half budgeted. And during that hour and a half, I'm just going to create 10 pieces of content. And it's going to follow whatever I saved in the list. I have no clue what I'm going to create tomorrow. And I'm going to just rip through it all. Once it's all recorded, I airdrop it to my computer. And then I use Buffer. I learned today, actually, I got to remind Sally, hey Sally, sign up for X tomorrow. I really got to sign up for, I'm going to go all in on Buffer and sign up for the whole subscription for all the social media channels and post everywhere. I'm going to go all in. I've been rocking the free, Buffer, account, which gives you 3 channels and 10 posts per channel a day. And I'm already maxing that out. And I'm like, today was my sign. I need to go all in. I need to take over X. I need to take over a few other channels. And now I'm like, I need to be omnipresent with my content. And then it's just a numbers game. I'm trying, like the Mr. Beast and stuff. I'm putting out volume so that I know maybe one out of the, like that today, one video got 8,000 views. The other ones, maybe 60% averaged 1,000 views, and then the last few percent averaged less than 1,000 views. But I'm putting just volume because I want, when you open the app, I want you to see nothing but my face. Like my one of my clients, every time he opens LinkedIn or he opens TikTok, goes, "Oh, there you are again." Goes on LinkedIn, "Oh, there's your content again." And I'm like, good. I want you to see me every single day. I want you to see me top of mind because you just never know when someone's ready to commit. Today we had a dentist, which was very interesting, join the AI community for the annual package. And I was like, how long have you been watching my content, bro? Interesting. All right. So that's where it's like, there's content creators, which is volume. You have to have a product on the other side. I'm not playing the views of like, let me monetize my views and I'll make money off X amount of views. I don't want to play that game. I'm like, I will make money on my product on the back end. I will drive so much attention, so much eyeballs, and nurture through the live streams are just where I'm nurturing, and then drive all that to one product which is the link in bio, which is sign up for the AI community. I'm just driving all attention to that. So now I'm averaging, because I now have Linktree stats, or I'm sorry, not Linktree, but Lead Pages stats, which I'm super happy about. So Lead Pages, and actually today the tip of like changing my landing page actually increased sales, which actually worked out really well. So it's actually, I was overthinking the conversion or overthinking it. So this is Lead Pages. Lead Pages has this built-in analytics. So now you could kind of see from when I started Lead Pages, now I'm getting, let's say average, 103 high quality people that they clicked the link in bio, whether it be LinkedIn, whether it be Instagram, whether it be any other social platform, and they went to my page. And now from that 100%, I'm now averaging whatever, 2 sales a day technically. So 2 out of 100, I don't know, 2, because I can't do math. I know everyone's already, John, that's 2%. Quiet. John can't do math. 2%? 2%? Whatever. So I'm averaging 2% of sales. So that's nice. That's actually lower than industry average. So I know if I want to increase more than 2% in sales, I'm going to go from 10 pieces of content a day to 20 pieces of content a day. And so I'm always trying to like stretch my thinking of like, and that will technically only take 2 hours out of my day. So here I had this statement, and I'm going to end on this, because this I get a lot of people that are like, oh my god, 3 pieces of content a day, that sounds like a lot. And I'm like, what if I told you that the path from poverty to making FU money was posting 6 pieces of content a day every day and going live once a day? Would you do it? That's the question I propose to everyone on this live stream. If I told you the path from broke and poverty to making FU money was you posting just 6 pieces of content a day and going live once a day, would you do that habit? Don't put it in the comments. Just think about that. If I told you that was the magic formula, that was the secret to all of whatever you're trying to get out of whatever your business and life goals and stuff like that, would you spend that time? Would you commit that time to do that? I don't know. It's a question for you. I now figured out that formula, and that's why I'm always trying to push more content kind of thing. Erica's like, my problem is I don't know what to post. Don't worry. If you go to the social media content, I tell you exactly how to, in the course, there's a lesson in there, how to never run out of ideas. It's follow your, well, I can't say it right now, but it's in the course. If you go into, I need to update it with new forms of content, like new stuff, which is even easier. But if you follow, if everyone here follows that course, I show you exactly how to never run out of ideas. And it's the same process I use today. Derek's like, was laid off and taking this opportunity to go all in. Derek, do start early, go all in, create a ton of whatever content around whatever your niche is, whatever your path. Doesn't have to be AI, does not have to be AI, just whatever you're passionate about. Honestly, that's and the other thing, I use AI for content. Sorry, Joe, AI does not perform as content. I feel this is kind of there's some people watching, and I don't want to put anyone on blast kind of thing, but I found, just personally, that's why you haven't seen me do Blitato, you haven't seen me do AI generated content. All my content is me and authentic and emotion. That's a bigger thing too, is emotion. That's why I've been able to grow, is not because of my AI. I don't post any AI content. It's all me, and it's for a reason. I've seen human content outperform AI content always, time and time again. So it's, content is not a thing of, oh, I just posted today, oh, I did my numbers, I did my reps. That's not what content marketing is. Content marketing is you as a human showing up and FaceTiming another friend, sharing a tip that could benefit their life. That's content marketing, and doing that consistently. Going live is so much easier than me posting videos, which seems opposite, but you're eventually going to do both, either way, because not everything is live streams. You'll actually get sales from just posting content too. There's a couple of people in the community, they've never seen a live stream for me. They found my content, watched my content, and within 7 days they bought the community. Is very interesting. I was like, wait, you've never seen my live? They're like, no, I saw your content, you gave out great tips, you didn't pitch anything, you talked about a community as well too, and I just joined for the annual plan, and now I'm here one-on-one coaching with you. And I was like, oh, that works, okay, cool. But it comes because of the value. If you watch all my stuff, it's all value. That's all it is. And so content isn't just posting something to get up there. It's you as a human being sharing a tip to someone, FaceTime, that is struggling with something, saying, hey, do this tip. Hey, check this out. And this will improve your life. That's all content is. If you look at all my stuff, I'm always trying to like, hey, this should help your life. It's either this is the best, these are the things to avoid, or here's how to something fundamentally kind of thing. So I'm learning, like, still, like, there's no course on content marketing. There's no like, but now as I learn more and more and I see the impact to like my funnel, and I'm like Mr. Beast. I meticulously look at those analytics. I'm like 3 times a day. I'm like, why did it go up? Why did it go down? What did I post today? Why did that underperform? Why did that video perform better than the other video? I analyze my content more than the stock market kind of thing, because I'm like, I need to figure this out. And so that's why I'm like slowly getting better with, it's all hooks. Your first 2 seconds will make or break the entire video. And watch all my videos. You'll understand how I do hooks kind of thing. 2 seconds max. Eagle Academy says, or Eagle Demi says, how can I get customers for the AI assistant customer service survey? I'm in Africa. Create content. Or that's usually, they used to say get leads, but create content. It's all comes down. If you're struggling with leads, any business, create more content, and more content than you think. That's why I tell people, if you're posting less than 3 posts a day and going live once a day, if you're doing anything less than that, you don't have a business. You have a hobby. There's nothing that I could do that can help you. So you need to post 3 times a day minimally, and then go live once a day minimally. And then from there, you're going to be like, oh, I'm getting like 3 sales a week. Great. And then the easy thing is, I'm like, they're going to be asked next, how do I double that? And I'm like, double your content. I wish I could say it easier. I'm like, again, let's summarize it with this. And thank you so much, Gulp, for the rose. If I told you the secret to getting one sale every single day without having to run paid ads, to go from poverty to making money to pay for your bills, the secret was posting 6 times a day, every day, 7 days a week, not missing a day, and going live twice a day. Would you do it? That's the secret. That's the whole game. That's content. That's the game. Awesome. Wild. Well, hope everyone has a blessed night. That's the end of today's show. We had a great show today. It was actually, we talked about so many valuable tips, but if you're only if you're serious about growing your business, using AI, all of this stuff, it's not the courses, it's not watching the tips, it's not a newsletter, it's not watching YouTube. It's surrounding yourself with people that are actually using AI and doing this type of stuff every single day. So you are the sum of the 10 people you surround yourself with. And the only reason I've been able to stay ahead, and also a lot of other members in the community get ahead, is because we surround ourselves with just, that's all we do, is we hang out in the community, we share tips, we share resources, we give away all our secrets to each other, we share what works, what doesn't work. Have a great night, Nelson. Members of the community are the ones you are who you surround yourself with. So if you're serious about joining an AI community, about growing your business, we're doing NAN tomorrow. Today is only, holy snikes, today's Thursday. Well, actually, tomorrow is just going to be with the community. I'm glad you brought that up. Good question. We're going to do NAN Saturday. Tomorrow is going to be what the AI community kind of voted on. Saturdays are like bonus hours. They're not like a consistent kind of thing to like, they're just like, we need to upskill eventually. So Friday, tomorrow is just going to be more on building and monetizing custom GPTs. That's what everyone kind of votes on. So I let you guys vote for Saturday. For Friday. That's the workshop days. Saturdays are just, they're not consistent. They're not part of the schedule. They're just like bonus, think of it like. And we need to learn NAN as a community. For me, especially, I need to master NAN at least by the end of the month. So we'll have a build and monetize for Friday workshop. And then Saturday, I'll send an email out for everyone. We're going to do NAN agents. We're going to continue to build off what we built off last week. Oops, sorry, you guys can't see on YouTube. Saturday we'll do NAN agents, and we'll actually build an agent for the first time, which you guys saw if you were here for like, I think it was Tuesday's late night stream. We'll build on the agents together, and then we'll continue to build, because we have to learn NAN no matter what by the end of the month in order for us as the whole community to stay up to date with AI. So not for everyone, but that to me is the pinnacle as far as automation, because once you got NAN, that's going to be pretty dangerous, and I need to build out that course kind of thing. So yep, that's inside the community. So it's tomorrow, which I'm glad you said that. I thought today was Wednesday, Sarah. I'm like, time's moving fast, but yeah, that's gonna be awesome. So you'll get the email. Everyone, the meeting links for Friday. So come hang out. You don't have to build anything. Just come and hang out if you want. And then Saturday, it'll be the same time, 11 to 1:30. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours ish. Budget 2 hours for Saturday's workshop, and we're going to actually build an agent based on last week's workflow. We have enough to scale, and we're going to continue that for the rest of the month, because we need to master NAN together. That'll be the course that eventually a lot of people can leverage as a skill set, because that's the new thing. That's, well, not the new thing, but the most powerful thing that everyone can learn. So awesome. I'm truly blessed each and every one of you are following on my journey. Hope you guys are learning something new every night. And if you guys are serious about joining the AI community, link is in the bio and profile. Sign up today before the price doubles. So definitely join. I appreciate all of you. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye. Have a wonderful night, Sharon. You're truly an angel. I appreciate you and Hank for staying late. So you guys are amazing. Have a wonderful night, and I'll definitely see you both tomorrow for tomorrow's I gotta send an email for tomorrow, but yeah, it'll work out. So we'll learn about more GPT